Welcome to Charter Local Edition. I'm Tracy Young. On November 4th, the Pat Brown Institute of Public Affairs will release its annual policy report entitled Los Angeles 2010 and Beyond, Moving the Southland Forward. And joining us to discuss the forum is the Institute's Executive Director, Jaime Regalado. Nice to have you with us, sir.
Good to be back.
For those of our viewers who may not be familiar with, who is the Pat Brown Institute of Public Affairs?
The Pat Brown Institute of Public Affairs is a center for community engagement as well as public policy education located on the campus of California State University, Los Angeles.
And it's named after a very famous governor?
A very iconic governor, Edmund G. Pat Brown, who was governor during the latter portion of the 1950s and throughout much of the 1960s.
And what do we credit him with doing? I guess leaving us with a legacy, leaving us with that we're still benefiting from today.
That is the legacy of the modern California that we're living in, and whose arteries we're using, whose water we're drinking, yes. And in other words, education, the vibrancy of a governor who had a vision and used political will to help us get there.
So why do you produce this policy report every year? What's sort of the goal or the mission of it?
Well, we as an institute have focused for a long time on California and regional issues, but not since 1993 have we really focused in earnest on Los Angeles. So we felt some years ago that nobody else was doing a take.
No, you're actually right, because we do a lot of things about California or about whatever, but you don't
or LA
necessarily
County, but not the city itself.
You're
so
correct.
We decided that there was a void there we needed to fill, and that we find that the LA State of the City report each year is used not only by government and those that want better government, by those who are concerned with the economy, those who want to look at housing and what our housing stock is like, but also community-based organizations when they write proposals are citing the report as indications of experts.
I think of for example, like the city of Los Angeles, we have 4 million people. It's almost it's like 4.097 or something like that. So we're almost 4.1 million people. The city of Los Angeles, the population, I mean, we are larger than the state of Utah, the state of Nevada, New Mexico, Alaska, Montana, Wyoming. All those states have a smaller population than just the city of Los Angeles.
And then we have the most populous county in the nation at 10 million and growing.
So what happens here has an impact on the nation.
It's probably the most specifically important region of the Golden State, if not the West, in these United States.
So this report, who does it make sense to go to this thing? I mean, people like you and I, we love this stuff, right? But for our viewers that are watching, who might it make sense? Because you start at 8:30 in the morning and you go till 4 and you have lots of different concurrent sections going on. Who does this make sense for?
Average residents, young and old, middle, the leaders and representatives of the different sectors of the community, meaning business and labor, higher education, K-12 education, community nonprofits, and of course government.
I'm just running through these really quickly. You're going to talk about housing, transportation, healthcare, immigration, and the future. So it's a little bit of basically what touches every single one of our lives.
What touches us now, what may well touch us in the future.
I have to say too, the cost for this is $50 for an entire day. How do you put this together for $50?
With a lot of great benefactors, and we won't turn people away, by the way.
Right, but I mean still, $50 is very reasonable
That's a bargain.
for all of this.
That's a bargain.
What do you hope people take away? Anybody puts on a forum like this, it's a lot of work. What do you want people to take away? Critical
knowledge about various issues, public policy issues, social, political issues, and learn how they impact their lives and why they need to stay engaged and be better informed citizens.
We kind of hit something. How important is it that we learn from this, but that we take something away from it, we walk away with a to-do list?
Vitally important, but also make connections with other people who are equally thirsty for the knowledge and for some type of action.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Look forward to attending this, by the way. It looks like a terrific agenda. Just as a reminder, the event is November 4th. For Charter Local Edition, I'm Tracy Young.
California cable providers are making it possible for you to educate yourself by bringing you live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the 3 branches of state government. Watch your legislators, governor, and Supreme Court as they discuss and enact laws that affect your life, your family, and your profession. For politics and public affairs that shape California, watch the California Channel.